Today is wild cherry bark. We're going to show you how to harvest the wild cherry bark from the inside. This is the wild cherry tree. You can tell from the bark. Try to remember that. Here's your leaves, so you get an idea what the leaves look like. But this is wild cherry. And today we got some guests. We got Elia. Tell them your name, buddy.
Houston.
Houston.
Waylon.
Waylon.
Carter.
Carter. And Carter, you got the camera. So what we'll do is, you see down here, we've already done this before. Did it yesterday, and I cooked some up, and I was actually kind of shocked, because one thing I noticed was, like this morning, when we tried it out, it completely numbs the throat. And this is probably why a lot of our cough medicines used to be made with wild cherry bark. But this is how I do it. Just trimming it down a little by little. You try not to dig in like I just did. Like that. Your goal is to save that. You just want that outer bark off. Because a cherry tree has two barks. An inner bark and an outer bark. And you just want the outer bark. See, I just wasted some more. Once you get your little section cleaned out, your goal is just to get all that bark off of there. See, that's what you want. Here's your inner bark, right there. It's inner bark. Inner bark. This is all you want. Smell that, guys. Y'all smell that. Tell me what it smells like.
Tacos.
Tacos? What does it smell like?
Wood.
It smells like wild cherry wood. If you know anything about wild cherry, it has a cherry flavor. If you've ever had cough syrup, a lot of times it will taste just like wild cherry. What are you doing, Michael?
Hello.
Say hi to the camera, Michael.
Hi.
So we're gonna grab us a little bit more. The inner bark peel is way easier than the outer bark. So that's plenty for right now. And what we'll do is we'll go back, we'll put this in a pot. I'll show you what I do with this little bit, give you an example, an idea, then I'll show you the finished product of what we did last night. Anyways, be right back. Like this. Remember, this is your inner bark, so it's not like it's that thick or anything. It's pretty easy to cut. You just need a sharp knife, or I mean, you could even use a blender, honestly, on this. I haven't done that because truth, I don't think it's not anything necessary to get the most out of it. As long as you got your pieces all cut up to where they're not big or crazy. Huh, buddy? It's off. Yeah, it goes dark. It's okay. You touch the screen, touch it. Bam, it's back on. Alright, and what you do is you take you a little bit of water. You see I got probably a little over a cup of water in there. You put it all in there as much as you can. Once you get everything in the pot, all you do is turn the stove on high. For a few minutes, allow it to come to a boil, and then you allow it to simmer between 1 and 3 hours depending on how much bark and water you have. You're wanting to see the color change in the water. This is something that is the ingredient to cough syrup, just like echinacea, mullein, butterfly weed, so on. There are many different things that you can add to your cough syrup, and we like to have all the ingredients for when it's time to mix it up. Same stuff right there. Kind of give you an idea what it's going to look like. And there's not really a smell. You kind of smell the cherry, but not nothing crazy. But I mean, the one thing I've noticed is when you take it, it's going to numb the throat. So just know that now. And you can see here, it's already starting to turn the water. It's no longer white. It's already starting to brown. I mean, it will turn like a brownish red when this is done. But anyways, this is what we do for some of our cough syrup. One of the ingredients is wild cherry bark. Now what we'll do is we'll harvest that tree that's been fallen down by a storm, and we'll harvest as much of this inner bark as we can, and we're going to freeze it for later purposes, because a lot of this stuff you mix up is only going to last, like this right here will only last a few months. So you don't want to mix it all up and then not have none through the winter. Anyways, make sure you like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Thank y'all.